Hi and welcome to this Skyrim Player Homes mod feature where we're going to look at the very extensive Telvanni home. This Telvanni home is very large and detaches itself from the Dragonborn DLC by being situated solely in Skyrim. Each section of the house will have to be grown from scratch, so in this video I'm going to show you a short tutorial on how to get started and complete the Telvanni home so you can get straight and stuck in. First we need to find the location of the player home, and it's situated solely on Lake Ilianta, which is just next to the Half Moon Mill. The player home is grown solely on this small little island here, and you can see the Half Moon Mill there to the top right. First things first, you'll need to find a location or a site in which to build a bridge from the mainland across onto the island. So first we need to build the bridge, and it's done from this site here. You can see a small mound of dirt there. We'll see it more closely up from this shot here, and you can kind of guess the location of this. The Half Moon Mill is just to the west of this location. So you need to activate the soil, so make sure you have the relative ingredients to grow this bridge, and then just select grow bridge. It's going to take about 12 hours to grow, and I'll speed up time here so we can see this. So now the bridge has been grown, we can safely get across to the other side without getting wet or involving ourselves with the water at all. Now it's also important to note that some things that are added by this player home actually involve the location just on the other side of the bridge, which isn't on the island. Now we need to build the first location on the island, and that is the general stores. You can see here another dirt mound which is just over the top of the bridge on the left hand side. Again, check that you have the relative ingredients and then simply grow the pod. Now this is going to take a little bit longer than the bridge. It's going to take an entire day, and again I'll speed up time to show you the full effects at the end. On the mod authors page, you'll find in the optional download section the instructions for the full construction of this player home, and that's what I'm following here in this short tutorial. So now the general stores has been built, and you can see we get this nice new mushroom building and a new entryway which leads from the bridge to the island. Inside is still very bare, so we need to kit this out with items and also eventually a merchant. So we need to head to this workbench here. Mine has a small chest on top because I'm using the cheap version, so I have all the materials I need to build everything. Now in the menu here we have two options. We have furniture, which will furnish the general stores, and also the exterior, which will add a few things to the exterior of the island, including a nice sitting area and the silt strider dock. But first we need to go to the furniture section and select the general stores items, and this will kit out the general stores. Time will pass here, about 5 hours, but the furniture inside the general stores will now have been added. So now inside the general stores you can see it's been kitted out with static items and also some movable things as well as a nice sleeping area upstairs for the merchant. And that's the only thing that's missing here. So we first need to build the jobs board, which goes on the entryway, and go to the panel on the right hand side. Here we activate it and hire a general clerk. Now everyone that you hire from this board will take a little bit of time to reach your player home, and it's usually about 6 hours. But once that's happened, the merchant will move straight in and will start operating in their designated building. They'll also move around the island also. Next is the blacksmith, which is situated near this chopping block and opposite the general stores, and it works on the same principle as all the other items that you have to build here, and you simply select the soil and grow the pod. And you can see again it's very much a very nice Telvanni architecturally designed building. And again, once you've done this, you'll need to kit it out with the items inside the blacksmith. There's also new exterior items for the blacksmith as well, including the smelter and things like the workbench. Now that you've added the exterior areas to the blacksmith, be sure to head back to that merchant board and select the blacksmith to be hired. Again, this will take 6 hours for them to arrive. Once they do, you'll have a very trained orc blacksmith. Now with the blacksmiths built, the island is starting to take shape. However, the rear of the island is still quite bare and there's nowhere for the player to live. So if we head to the next building, which is just next to this small boat here, and build it, we'll get this nice large tower where an alchemist can be hired and live. This tower is very extensive and has many rooms with it, as well as a nice garden area and also your enchanting table and alchemy facilities. Again, all these things are added by the workbench. It's a slightly different format to the blacksmiths and merchant store, as some of the items are singular and will need to be added separately. The next building is very much where the player will live, and again it's another vast tower. It comes in 2 stages and you'll need to grow each part separately. The first part will take 2 days to grow, and as you can see it's already quite tall. It's nearly as tall as the tower we've just built, and it's quite extensive. The section is situated just outside of this tower, and this will take 6 days to grow, and it adds a vast area on top of the already quite large tower. It's absolutely ginormous and can be seen from quite a distance. So that's all of the sections built and 3 merchants hired, a person for the general stores, a blacksmith and also an alchemist. I'm not going to go over too many of the other features. What I will say is you can hire guards and also some wizards for the tower, of which you can buy off new spells and also some new robes. Additionally, I'm not going to show you too much more of this mod. I'm going to let you explore it for yourself. There are some secrets hidden away and there's some fantastic architecture and detail to admire. If you like the look of this mod, please do head over to the mod authors page to check it out, and remember to read that description fully, as well as download the instructions on how to build the player home, as they're quite thorough and do offer some nice hints and tips of how to fix some of the bugs that may occur. This player home really is a fantastic piece of work, and I really like the fact that they've brought the Telvanni architecture into Skyrim. Thanks for watching guys, I hope you've liked the video and I'll see you next time.